As 2024 wraps up, I want to take a moment to highlight some of the best games of the year, especially if you're looking to add a few more titles to your backlog. I wouldn't call these must-play for everyone since we all have different tastes, but these titles definitely made an impact, whether on the gaming community as a whole or niche audiences. But with so many incredible releases this year, narrowing things down was no easy task. So yeah, this list is totally biased, but hopefully, there's something here you'll vibe with. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Final Fantasy Rebirth is the second installment in Square Enix's reimagined trilogy of the original Final Fantasy VII. Picking up where Final Fantasy Remake left off, it continues the journey of Cloud Strife and his allies as they leave Midgar behind and explore the vast, breathtaking world of Gaia. This chapter reimagines major events from the original game while introducing fresh twists, expanded character arcs, and improved gameplay. One of my favorite things about Rebirth is its open world. The open world is richly detailed, brimming with side quests, hidden secrets, and interactive hubs waiting to be explored. Combat has also been refined with the addition of synergy attacks that let your team pull off flashy, powerful moves together. These mechanics, combined with improved party interactions, make battles more dynamic and further deepen the bonds between characters. If you're a fan of RPGs, or just love getting lost in a game that's equal parts adventure and emotion, Final Fantasy Rebirth deserves a spot on your playlist. Black Myth: Wukong. Black Myth: Wukong is an action RPG inspired by the classic Chinese novel Journey to the West. This game takes players on an epic journey as they step into the role of the Monkey King, battling mythical creatures and exploring a world steeped in mythology and wonder. The gameplay delivers intense, fast-paced combat that demands precision and strategy, offering a variety of skills and transformations to master. Players can utilize a versatile staff that extends and shrinks, providing various combat stances for diverse fighting styles. Additionally, the ability to shapeshift into different creatures adds layers of complexity, unlocking unique movesets and tactical advantages. The expansive environments and meticulously designed characters contribute to an experience that has been widely praised for its attention to detail. Black Myth: Wukong is absolutely one of the most visually striking games of 2024. If you're a fan of action RPGs with challenging combat, this game delivers an intense experience in a breathtaking world inspired by Chinese mythology. Tekken 8 is the latest entry in Bandai Namco's legendary fighting game series, and it comes swinging with fresh mechanics, stunning visuals, and a roster packed with personality. A major addition this time around is the new Heat system, which encourages aggressive play by giving characters unique abilities and advantages. While not all players liked this major change, it added intensity to each battle and kept the action fast-paced, for better or for worse. The game features 32 fighters at launch, including fan favorites like Jin and Kazuya Mishima, alongside exciting newcomers. Visually, Tekken 8 delivers impressive character models, smooth animations, and immersive arenas. Its mix of accessibility and depth makes it perfect for both newcomers and longtime fans of the series. Neva. Neva is a 2D action platformer developed by Nomada Studio, the creative minds behind Gris. It offers an emotionally charged adventure that explores themes of love, loss, and personal growth. Players follow the journey of Alba, a young woman bound to a wolf companion as they traverse a world corrupted by darkness. The gameplay combines platforming challenges with combat elements, where Alba and Neva must work together to overcome obstacles and purify the land from malevolent forces. I'm honestly amazed at how the game uses its visuals to cleverly design puzzles, especially through its play on light and shadow. The game earned a nomination for Best Indie Game at the Game Awards 2024, cementing its place as a standout in the indie game community. If you enjoy emotional stories and striking visuals, Neva offers a heartfelt journey exploring the deep bond between Alba and her wolf companion. Stalker 2: Heart of Chernobyl. Stalker 2 is a first-person shooter and survival horror game developed by GSC Game World. Set in the eerie Chernobyl exclusion zone, the game puts you in the role of Skif, a lone stalker navigating a dangerous world filled with deadly mutants, mysterious anomalies, and warring factions. One of the game's greatest strengths is its ability to immerse you in a richly detailed and atmospheric world. The exclusion zone is vast, hauntingly beautiful, and filled with dangers, featuring dynamic weather, day-night cycles, and an ever-present sense of tension. Survival is key here. You'll need to scavenge resources, manage your equipment carefully, and make tough decisions to stay alive. The game's open-world exploration is paired with challenging gameplay that rewards careful planning and strategic thinking. If you're drawn to atmospheric survival games with rich lore, STALKER 2 offers a compelling post-apocalyptic adventure that balances exploration, danger, and storytelling. Palworld. Palworld is an open-world survival crafting game, blending elements of monster catching with sandbox gameplay. Players can capture and befriend over 100 unique creatures known as pals. These pals assist in various tasks, including combat, resource gathering, and base building, each possessing distinct elemental types and skills. The game manages to blend genres seamlessly, featuring activities like farming, factory management, and intense battles where players can use pals alongside a variety of weapons. Plus, it offers a multiplayer mode that supports up to 32 players per server, enhancing the cooperative and competitive aspects of gameplay. Since its early access release in January 2024, Palworld has garnered significant attention, selling millions of copies across platforms like Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation 5. Its blend of familiar monster-catching mechanics with survival elements has been both praised for its entertainment value and critiqued for its controversial themes. Nevertheless, it dares to push boundaries, delivering a gameplay experience that feels fresh and exciting, exploring possibilities that the franchises it draws inspiration from have long left untouched. If you're intrigued by a game that blends creature collection, survival, and crafting with open-world exploration and multiplayer features, Palworld delivers a fresh and expansive take on the genre. Silent Hill 2 Remake. Silent Hill 2 is a survival horror game serving as a faithful remake of the 2001 classic. Players assume the role of James Sunderland, who ventures into the fog-shrouded town of Silent Hill after receiving a mysterious letter from his deceased wife. The remake enhances the original's psychological horror elements with modernized graphics, an over-the-shoulder camera perspective, and revamped combat mechanics, all while preserving the game's haunting atmosphere. The audio design, including Akira Yamaoka's minimalistic and atmospheric score, has been meticulously updated to heighten the sense of dread. Silent Hill 2 received critical acclaim for its immersive atmosphere and faithful recreation of the original's narrative depth. It sold over 1 million copies within 4 days, making it the fastest-selling entry in the series. If you're a fan of psychological horror, Silent Hill 2 is definitely a must-play. It delivers a profound exploration of trauma and guilt, seamlessly blending classic storytelling with modern gameplay enhancements. Balatro. Balatro is a deck-building roguelike that ingeniously intertwines poker mechanics with strategic gameplay. The game offers an engaging experience where players build and modify their decks to conquer escalating challenges. It's the kind of game that's easy to pick up for a quick session, but offers enough depth to keep you hooked for hours. This balance between accessibility and complexity has resonated with players, earning it an overwhelmingly positive rating on Steam from nearly 100,000 glowing reviews. Balatro also received multiple nominations at the Game Awards, including Game of the Year and Best Game Direction, earning its place among the year's standout titles. If you're drawn to games that combine familiar card mechanics with strategic depth, Balatro delivers a unique twist, pairing the excitement of poker with the endless replayability of a roguelike. Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. Space Marine 2 is a third-person action shooter and hack-and-slash game that continues the story of Lieutenant Titus and the Ultramarines. Players take on the role of Titus, now a Primaris Space Marine, as he leads the charge against the relentless Tyranid hordes threatening the Imperium of Man. The game blends ranged and melee combat, allowing players to switch between firearms and close-quarters weapons to tackle swarms of enemies. It also features both PvE and PvP multiplayer modes, adding variety and replayability to the experience. Space Marine 2 has been praised for its intense combat, stunning visuals, and faithful representation of the Warhammer 40k universe. If you love action-packed shooters or brutal action sequences, Space Marine 2 offers an exhilarating experience with dynamic gameplay and a variety of gameplay modes to keep you coming back for more. Metaphor ReFantazio. Metaphor ReFantazio is a fantasy role-playing game that takes players on a journey through the Kingdom of Ukronia, a realm where a fallen monarchy and a mysterious curse threaten its future. Players embark on a quest alongside their fairy companion Gallica, to lift the curse plaguing the kingdom's lost prince. The narrative explores themes of unity, societal structures, and personal growth, immersing players in a deeply engaging storyline. The gameplay features a hybrid combat system, blending traditional turn-based mechanics for encounters and boss fights with real-time action in the field. Social simulation elements, including a day-to-day calendar and the follower system, further enhance the experience by allowing players to forge bonds with locals and shape public favor. The game has been praised for its intricate storytelling, innovative gameplay, and a stunning orchestral and choral soundtrack that amplifies its immersive atmosphere. If you enjoy RPGs with rich storytelling, engaging combat, and meaningful choices, Metaphor ReFantazio is a game worth adding to your list. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is a 3D fighting game that reinvigorates the beloved Budokai Tenkaichi series with its fast-paced and dynamic combat. It features a massive roster of over 180 characters, each with unique abilities and transformations representing various arcs of the Dragon Ball universe. While the core gameplay emphasizes individual matchups, it also includes team battle modes where players assemble squads of fighters to take on challenges sequentially. The game also introduces new combat mechanics like skill count, revenge counter, and vanishing assaults, while retaining the counter and dash systems from previous entries. Combined with destructible environments and faithfully recreated iconic stages, every battle feels dynamic and true to the anime's signature style. Since its release in October 2024, Sparking Zero has achieved record-breaking sales, selling over 3 million copies within its first 24 hours. And receiving widespread praise for its polished combat, expansive roster, and stunning adaptation of the anime's high-energy battles. If you're a fan of high-octane fighting games or the Dragon Ball franchise, Sparking Zero delivers an exhilarating experience that captures the intensity and spectacle of the anime like never before. Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Hellblade 2 is an action-adventure game that continues the harrowing journey of Senua, a picked warrior tormented by visions and inner voices. The game draws inspiration from Norse mythology and the landscapes of 9th century Iceland, creating a dark and atmospheric world that feels both haunting and beautiful. It builds on its predecessor with challenging puzzles, fluid combat, and enhanced visuals and sound design, pulling players deeper into its gripping narrative. As you navigate treacherous landscapes and face powerful foes, you'll also delve into Senua's psyche, exploring themes of mental health and resilience in ways that few games dare to attempt. With its stunning visuals, immersive audio, and deeply personal story, the game has struck a chord with many players. But while its pacing and distinctive gameplay may not be for everyone, fans of narrative-driven adventures are likely to find it an unforgettable experience. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is a first-person action-adventure game that puts players in the shoes of the legendary archaeologist. Set in 1937, between Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade, the game follows Indiana Jones as he uncovers the Great Circle, an ancient mystery tied to a powerful secret. Players will face off against sinister forces racing to claim this power, traveling the globe to uncover hidden artifacts and solve ancient puzzles. The gameplay blends exploration, puzzle solving, and stealth or direct confrontations, with Indy's iconic whip serving as both a weapon and a tool for traversal. Optional puzzles are also scattered throughout the world and offer extra challenges for those who enjoy piecing together mysteries. While the combat isn't as extensive as in other modern games, fans of the movie franchise will likely appreciate the nods to Indiana Jones' rich history and the sense of adventure woven into the game. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. The Lost Crown is a 2.5D action-adventure platformer that brings a fresh take to the classic series. Inspired by Persian mythology, the game combines fast-paced platforming, intricate puzzles, and deep combat mechanics. You play as Sargon, a young warrior on a mission to rescue the kidnapped prince and restore balance to the mythical world of Mount Kaf. In this game, you'll have time manipulation powers such as the ability to dash instantly or create temporary checkpoints, which help you overcome obstacles and defeat enemies. The game also features interconnected biomes packed with secrets, shortcuts, and optional challenges that reward curiosity and skillful play. You can also collect time crystals to upgrade abilities and weapons, enhancing both your combat options and sense of progression. It has been praised for its exhilarating gameplay and creative mechanics, making it one of the best Metroidvania entries this year. However, despite the acclaim, the game reportedly didn't meet Ubisoft's sales expectations, leading to the development team being reassigned to other projects. It's a shame, because this feels like a refreshing departure from Ubisoft's usual formula, and I'd personally love to see more games like this from them. In any case, if you're a fan of Metroidvania games or the Prince of Persia series, The Lost Crown is definitely worth adding to your playlist. Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2 is a cooperative third-person shooter that puts you and your squad on the front lines to protect Super Earth from devastating alien forces. You'll team up with other players for missions that demand strategy and coordination. Each encounter challenges you to adapt as you face relentless swarms of insect-like bugs or psychic armies, each demanding unique tactics to overcome. Your arsenal includes customizable weapons, tactical gear and stratagems, special abilities like airstrikes or supply drops, all of which require precise teamwork to use effectively. The latest update, Omens of Tyranny, adds new depth with a sinister enemy faction, urban combat zones, and vehicles that expand your tactical options. If you're looking for a game that rewards teamwork and strategy with explosive, action-packed gameplay, Helldivers 2 is one hell of a game to play with your friends. Astro Bot. Astro Bot is a 3D platformer that takes you on a thrilling, intergalactic adventure, bursting with charm, creativity, and nostalgia. You'll travel across the galaxy to rescue your crew and rebuild your ship after an attack by a mischievous space bully. With around 90 levels to explore, the game constantly surprises you with clever challenges, hidden secrets, and creative twists that make every stage feel fresh. The game makes brilliant use of the PS5's controller capabilities, immersing you in every jump, movement, and interaction in ways that are hard to compare to anything else. It is also packed with playful nods to PlayStation's history, filled with Easter eggs and surprises that longtime fans will love. Astro Bot is easily one of the standout platformers of 2024, and maybe even one of the best platforming games in a long while. It's one of my personal favorites, and honestly, it's the kind of game you have to play to truly appreciate its creativity and charm. Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade is a sci-fi action-adventure that thrusts you into a post-apocalyptic Earth where humanity teeters on the brink of extinction. You play as Eve, a skilled warrior tasked with reclaiming the planet from a relentless alien force called the Neva. Combat is all about precision and flow, with combos, dodges, and counters, rewarding quick reflexes and smart decision-making. Eve's abilities let you switch seamlessly between heavy strikes and precise attacks, giving every battle a sense of rhythm and control. Boss battles are also a highlight, challenging you to adapt and think on your feet in fights that feel truly epic. Exploration is also equally rewarding, with a richly detailed world that tells the story of humanity's downfall and resilience. Interacting with survivors in Zion, the last bastion of humanity, adds depth to the narrative and makes your mission feel personal and impactful. If you enjoy action games with responsive controls, challenging combat, and a compelling world, Stellar Blade is worth checking out. Like a dragon, Infinite Wealth. Infinite Wealth is a role-playing game that continues the saga of Ichiban Kasuga, picking up 3 years after the events of Yakuza. This installment takes you beyond the familiar streets of Japan to the vibrant locales of Honolulu, Hawaii, marking the series' first venture overseas. In this game, you'll navigate the complexities of the criminal underworld, balancing intense turn-based combat with a rich variety of side activities. The dynamic battle system pushes you to think creatively, making use of the environment and an arsenal of unconventional weapons to gain the upper hand in fights. The game also features a plethora of mini-games and side quests that capture the series' signature blend of drama and humor. From managing businesses to enjoying local pastimes, these activities bring the world of Hawaii to life. If you love character-driven stories, inventive combat, and the series' unique mix of drama and humor, Infinite Wealth offers an adventure that feels both familiar and fresh. Path of Exile 2. Path of Exile 2 is an action role-playing game that expands upon its predecessor, offering a deeper and more refined experience for both veterans and newcomers. Set years after the original, you return to the dark world of Rayclass to confront the corruption spreading across the land. The game features a revamped skill system with hundreds of active and support gems, allowing for unparalleled customization of your character's abilities. It's currently in early access with 6 character classes, each offering 2 Ascendancy subclasses for a variety of unique playstyles. Combat feels more dynamic and responsive, rewarding adaptability against challenging enemies. The game also highlights its looter mechanics, providing a vast array of gear to discover and customize. It also includes quality of life improvements like cross-platform play, shared progression, and local couch co-op, making it easier than ever to team up with friends on any platform. Just a heads up though, I've noticed a number of people having trouble with crashes in the game, even today. I've encountered these issues myself a number of times, and I can imagine how frustrating it must be if they happen frequently. That said, the game is still a lot of fun, even in its early access state. If you enjoy deep customization, tough combat, and exploring dark, detailed worlds, Path of Exile 2 offers a rewarding evolution of the original game. And that wraps up my super biased list of the best games of 2024. For more videos like this, don't forget to leave a like or subscribe to the channel. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.